Hello ladies and gentlemen. There's been a small problem with this episode of Sunless Skies where my microphone audio hasn't correctly recorded, so it sounds terrible. But because of the nature of the game, I can't go back and re-record all of the audio of all the reading and all that sort of stuff. Luckily, it is just an episode where I've kind of flown around a lot and not really done much. But I have done some of the smuggler storyline. I was going to try and overdub it, but there was just so much I couldn't line it up properly. I didn't have the time. But here's your warning. If you don't like it, just mute the audio, read what's on the screen, or wait till next week and you'll see another episode. I've got it all fixed now, obviously, because you can hear this. But I hope you enjoy the episode. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sunless Skies. In the last episode we unlocked the smuggling mission quest thing, which I, instead of exploring Albion like I normally would with a brand new expansion to the game, because it's all undone, I am going to focus on doing the smuggling quest just for the next few episodes, and then we'll come back, we will have a look at Albion. I want to see all the new nice things. I still need to find a lot of my officers. I need to go back and get the Blemmigan from Port Haven. You know, when I was like, is there any people here at Port Haven? Yes, there was. Yes, Blemmy. I feel kind of bad from leaving him behind. I do love Blemmigans. I'm going to apologise if I start getting a bit delirious. It's about 5 million degrees here in the United Kingdom, which is obviously out of character, and because it's Easter, I've consumed an awfully large amount of chocolate. So a little bit out of sorts, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Maybe it'll make my commentary more interesting. Oh, what can we find here? Let's break open a coffin. Keen-eye signaler, flash of silver. It is the university's crest. We had this one in the last episode. We seem to be getting an awful lot of those now. Our veils are a little bit higher. I guess I'll be able to pass the things I couldn't pass when I had my high strength character. Oh no, I'm taking a coffin with me. We got a hitchhiker. Am I going the right way? I think I am. Yes. I don't know what I need to get back. Is that a marauder? We got him. I think I've ever fought one of those before. The Marauders are those who defy or have been excluded from Albion's authority. Leaderless raiders, homeless exiles, pirates, dissidents, and criminals. So we have a judge. We're going to raid the safe, same as the other guys, or we can break into the captain's cabin. On Albion fringes, the Marauder captains rule their engines like tyrants. Let's see if we get an unusual item. Oh wow. The captain's cabin is decorated with grisly trophies, plates of cantankerous carapace, mangled engine nameplates, the severed heads of a treasured rival. A scuffed safe concealed under the bed holds a careful Russian of ours, the captain's surety of her old age. No use to her now. No point. Did I mention where we're going? I think I said I was going to Titania. We're going to Titania. If I didn't say that, we're going to Titania to find red honey for the smuggler man who promised me lots of money if I did, and I'm a bit of a sucker for money. I can't help myself. I am getting a little low on funds. I had a lot of money, and then I kind of just, because I was exploring the New Kingdom, I kind of hemorrhaged a lot. Can we fly over this? I hope so. Yes, we can. Wonderful. So at this point in this video, I have finished the exceptional story for April. It was really good. If you haven't got to watch it, there's 3 episodes? 4 episodes? I think it's 3 episodes. I should know this. I've just finished recording it. Well, I say just finished. A few days ago. But yeah, it was really good. I shall do like a cardy thing. I'm still learning how to do all this stuff. Yeah. So yeah, please go watch that if you enjoy listening to me ramble on about things. It's a lot easier to find things to talk about when it's on the screen and I've just got to read it. It's good to put it in the background or something. Maybe if you're trying to sleep. So that's a common joke between the people who watch my videos. Your voice is lovely. You could sleep to it. It's fine. It's like, can you put on the playlist so if you do fall asleep, I get the viewer retention? That'd be nice. Here we are. At the reach relay. Don't crash. Ow. I've read this top bit a million times, so this one reads, to the rich, a sunless wilderness, rich in opportunity and peril, coveted by London. Okay, we have to present ourselves to London, to the customs. A taciturn inspector boards the ship, licking a fresh pencil and signing his name on a pristine new search form. Shall we? He says, carefully double-checking his own spelling before moving on. Yes, we have nothing to declare. What are you talking about? The taciturn inspector takes 3 passes through the engine before reluctantly deciding that you probably, in all likelihood, have nothing to hide. He waves you on without a word. Return to the engine, and we shall... Same class, but with ours because we have some in our inventory. Deliver the barrels to the relay hour looms, crank and grind. They spin the jacket of fresh time in which your locomotive will make the journey. Closing your engine's pocket of hours, it's hard to say how long the passage will take. Unseen hours tend to be melancholy and anxious. Your journey is likely to be wearing. The machinery grinds and stirs. The steam vents, the sigils of edifice burn with sun and fire. A force like a great hand seizes your engine. The transit is troubled. Halfway to your destination, your engine lurches as if it had been brushed aside by the passage of some oblivious behemoth. Oh, I don't like this. This keep hinting to a behemoth in between the space between the reach and like it. I don't know where these go. I don't know where these take us. These transit relays, because it's kind of like a Stargate. If you've watched Stargate. And we are back in the reach. So we need to find our way. Oh, naturally, Tanya's bloody miles away. We might as well stop off in New Winchester to pick up supplies and things. This episode is literally just going to be travelling across the Rich, isn't it? With me trying to talk crap. I could speed it up, but I don't really want to speed it up because I don't have much time to record, which means my recording session. Like, this is Easter Monday, I'm recording this, so I have family things that I need to do. But so you are just going to get me talking crap for a solid half an hour, but it could ruin my voice. So then you wouldn't have to watch any of my other videos, because I'd be sick. Hello, Dreadnought. What's your name? The HML Southend. I saw the Aberystwyth in one of my other episodes. I was like, I know that place. Oh, some combat going on here. I wonder if I could swoop in and help. I could help, or I can get myself killed. You know what? No, it's not worth it. Right? Let's not waste any more time. I do want one of those damn... Oh, hey, watch yourself, Dreadnought. I want one of those turrets. They seem like a really cool thing. But I think with high fails, I'm aiming for the rocket launch. I have been paying attention to people's comments. Once I get a bit of money together... Oh, the whole game just hung. Once I get some money together, I am going to focus on upgrading my arsenal, which makes travelling around and things a lot easier. I'm missing an awful lot of bits on my ship right now, but I haven't really recovered from the death of my character. It didn't help that I completely swapped my playstyle. If I just made another strength character, I think I would have been okay. But are we going past Port Haven? What Haven's up there? In theory, I kind of want to go get Blemmy. It's a valid thing to want. More out of the rat, quick. I love Ras Faber. They're one of my favourite things. I've been playing a lot of Fallen London recently, and I just love them so much. What's the story? What am I doing at the moment? I'm trying to become a person of importance. It's taking forever, but I'm doing the shadowy now, and I'm in the Flit with the Flit Kings, and the crazy man who speaks weird things. The king. I can't remember what his name was. He's the king of the Flit. It's all very entertaining, not gonna lie, but my suspicion meter keeps going absolutely nuts, so it's taking me quite a while to get around it all. One day I will learn. Oh, it's Cuddles come. Oh, bugger. Hey, yeah, we're good. And it's taken me a long time to learn Fallen London. Like, nothing is ever straightforward. I always get distracted by the millions of things that happen as well. Oh god, the Reach is such a nice place. I love it. Look at all these spores in the air. Love it. I love particle effects in games. It's so nice. Do I have the mining thing on the ship? I wonder if I... Ah, it's a bull cantankerous. It killed itself. It legitimately just killed itself. I was gonna, like, you know, stop talking, get ready for combat. But no. It's dead. The bull was a king of the kind, an isopod with dimensions of an elephant, sheathed in layer upon layer of semi-calcified armor plates, all wrapped around the temperament of an embittered badger. Now it is a ruin of muscle and shell. So we can, let's get some otherworldly artifacts if we can. Bull cantankerous are aggressive, and once roused, will bash themselves against a foe until either it or they are dead. During battle, it's not unusual for fragments or belongings of their victims to become wedged in the bull's carapace. The thing you pull free from this one is ancient and inexplicable. Perhaps a use will present itself. Yeah, because we are running low on otherworldly artifacts. We did have a lot of them at one point, but obviously, death is a problem. Oh, somebody's sending me messages. Hang on. What's this? It's Akira Homestead. Settlers who lived so far beyond the edge of civilization relish the hardships of solitude. They will fiercely defend their small territories, but occasionally welcome company and trade. You sit down beside a cold, silent homestead. The windows are boarded, the door locked. But the foliage in the garden hasn't grown wild. It is abandoned in a hurry, and recently. Let's search the abandoned homestead with our high veil mirrors. The house has already been plundered, but the plunder has missed the patch of turned earth beside the back door. The settlers buried their valuables here, presumably intending to return. Oh, now I feel bad. I just robbed some people. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm becoming a smuggler anyway. It's not really something nice, but is that? Ow! Yep, that's definitely in the foreground. Okay, let's get in here. Doc. Let's see if we can find Blemmy. I might just blitz through this, I might not read it, I can't decide. Quite even. No, we're in. Come on, Blemmy, where are you? What the hell? Speak to the short-sighted cryptozoologist. Intercede in a mushroomy matter. Oh no, I need to cough. Oh, that was pleasant. The pub is at a scrumpy. The barman blames a creature, a cross between a mushroom and a jellyfish. It sways in its seat at the bar. Who does this creature belong to? Bellows a man, fuchsia with rage. The pemmican, he points at, is a grizzled member of its species, most of whom were left behind underneath. The fuchsia gentleman roars in fury. Between bellows, the truth emerges. The pemmican is no one's pet, and far worse, no one will admit responsibility for its tab. The pemmican is concerned with the tumult. It nods its cap at you with grim respect, then flops a tendril into a mug of stout. It stares bleakingly through the window. How much are you going to cost me, you little bastard? 50, that's not so bad. The pemmican is looking to sign on for one last journey. If you settle its bill, it'll join you on your locomotive. Come on, Blemmy, get on. As the fuchsia gentleman inflates for a particularly prolonged diatribe about ill-mannered captains and their disorderly pets, the pemmican climbs to the bar top to conceal your face. It likes what it sees. With a sound like a shoe being pulled from a swamp, the pemmican finishes its drink. It clambers up your arm until it reaches your shoulder, from where it directs you to the door. It is experienced in surviving the cold of the heavens and heat of those too cowardly to traverse them. It respects you. It will serve you well. And now I can hear a lawnmower outside. Wonderful. I do apologize if you can hear that in the recording. It's sunny, so people are deciding to cut their lawns. I'll try and edit it out, but no promises. Okay. Let's... I could pause my recording yet again. Let's get in the ship. There we go. Can I prod the pemmican? Prod the pemmican. Just as your hand closes on the pemmican, it reaches a tendril out and gently bats your arm away. None of that, it conveys. It hasn't even turned to face you. Look at that. Look at it. It's got a monocle. Amazing. Right, yes. Titania. What do I need? Don't I get supplies when I'm here? I pressed R, meant to press G. Ooh, I could. Ooh, I should. Ooh, should I buy those? Should I buy them? Doesn't really leave me with much room for food and fuel, but we're really close, so no, I'm not going to buy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sell those for a bit of cash. I'm not going to stick them in the bar. Damn it! I'm going to stick them in the back like I normally would. We're going to take them back and just sell them straight on the market in Winchester. Wow, I almost called it Albion. That was close. Or London. This way. So we got another member of the crew, the Blimmigan. We're almost fully stocked. I say this like every other episode, but I do really want to do some more fair storylines. I know the Blimmigan has something to do with the Forge of Souls. I swear. I could be wrong, or it's like something in the Blue Kingdom. Excuse me, there we go. I couldn't get the pop-up off the screen. The Repentant Devil, he requires me to get some cloister things, some bee things. The Incognito Princess I've never really looked at too much. No, I'm sure we could find some other people. It's like a very long time since I've been in the Reach. I don't know why. It wasn't that long ago I was here. Love the music. Oh, I thought I had like a wasp behind me and I like freaked out. Victory Hall? No, we don't want Victory Hall. We want New Winchester, so down here. I love the way that's like flashing. It's like, you only have a little bit of food left, you moron. Right, here we are, here we are, here we are. Shops. Victoria Market. Sell. I don't know how much money we just made. Probably not very much. But makes me feel better. Oh wait. Buy some. I think that'll get to Titania. Does Titania sell? I think Titania sells fuel and supplies, doesn't it? Yep, okay, that'll get us there. Off we go. It feels weird to have a purpose. Normally I just aimlessly wander around seeing what I can find. But I figure for a little bit I am going to try and focus on doing actual storylines, not just randomly floating around. I do have a habit of getting distracted on everything. I feel like I'm having deja vu. I feel like I've said this before. And then proceeded to go back to just being distracted by absolutely everything. Yeah, be fine. But basically, if you have any ideas about things that, like, I should be doing, like, it's things that are actually integral to the storyline other than just, you know, make money. Because obviously what I'd like to do is make a lot of money, do the wealth ambition, move on to do the truth ambition. That would be cool, because that is where you find out the secret of the sun and things like that, I think. Anyway, I'm kind of just making this up as I go along. I don't actually know. You've never done it. And I don't look at spoilers or wikis or things like that about this game, because I like to be surprised. Like a lot of people I know look stuff up and Google it and find out the perfect things to do. I don't. I mean, I pay attention to comments. Because I like to think a lot of people will give me good advice. There's a few people who've told me exactly what kind of weapons I should be going for and things like that, where to find them. It's a lot more natural than me just Googling best weapon in Sunless Skies. That and the fact that, because it's like an indie game, there's not a lot of information about this game out there, like not in an easily accessible format. Look, there's the wiki, but if it's anything like the Fallen London wiki, it's kind of a little bit confusing. To someone like me anyway. I really like this song. I found myself listening to the Sunless Skies soundtrack the other day. I was just doing something and I just put it on and I was like, oh, this music. You'd have thought after all of the time that I've played this game, this music would get old or something, but nope. I love it to pieces. It's so good. I would read that, but I'd have to sing it, so I'm not going to. It's Titania. Buzzing sound in the air, the repentant devil is restless. Titania always called them. I was going to reset all of my progress here, but I don't think I've done that much. Alright, nice and slow, slow and steady. Okay, so we're here looking for red honey. The Midnight Rose, I assume. The Midnight Rose are a close-knit Oh, I don't recognize that word. Coterie? Hang on. I'm gonna look that word up. I assume it means group, but I want to know exactly what it means. It looks French. Coterie. A small group of people with shared interests or tastes, especially one that is exclusive of other people. Well, Google, help me out here. How do you say it? It's probably really obvious and it's a word I've used, but I just never seen it written down.
Coterie.
Coterie, okay. Coterie. Precise vintages of red honey. I did, yeah. Midnight Rose. The Midnight Rose are close-knit coterie that provide precise vintages of red honey. If you want to taste that bleak memories of an orphan, or the excesses of a reckless libertine, they are able to provide. Their leader is an ethereal aperist, whose laced gowns are stained at the hem with grass and soil. Bees crawl lazily in her wild hair. She sounds like a really cool character. That's like a really, like, in my head, that's a really cool character indeed. Accompany her as she works in a glass house. She is disalarmingly frank. The red honey trade seems to be something of an open secret in Titania, the other side of the port's coin. Rose bushes heap against the glass and climb in thorny tangles through the greenhouse. Among them are tall cages, each occupied by a prisoner. Bees buzz into and out of their ears and sip from the corners of their eyes. Prisoners cry out and sob and plead. Look closer, the aperist says. Around each of their neck hangs a key on a chain. They can free themselves at any time, but choose not to. They are artists, you see. They believe they must suffer if they are to one day make great art. That's the best response ever. That's bollocks, isn't it? Art no more relies on misery than plumbing relies on ennui. Well, all these words I don't recognize. Say nothing, keep your thoughts to yourself, or compliment her appalling ingenuity. She has, after all, managed to convince her victims that they are customers. Compliment her on her... Yeah, we're going to compliment her, because it is a really... If you could convince people what they're doing is for their, improving them, and you're profiteering off of it, why not? Her face makes no expression. We are democratizing art, she says, loftily. Thanks to our cage garden, a writer need not speculate about the sorrow of a lover as their beloved dies. They can taste our honey and know it themselves. We are no longer subject to the tyranny of experience. So you take this honey and it makes you remember the things that other people have experienced? Okay, well, let's ask her why the export of honey to London has slowed. The aperist sighs. The revenue men, she says darkly. They've appointed a new captain to patrol the skies nearby. He used to be one of the gentlemen, the smugglers who operate out of Pan, and he knows a lot of tricks. Inconvenient. I need to find a way to circumvent this canny captain. Okay, assist the Midnight Rose with their revenue men problem. Midnight Rose are a close-knit concierge. Yes. Okay, what? Hand over an unlicensed shot? Why am I suddenly doing this? There are paths through the clogging undergrowth of the Reach that even this one smuggler turned revenue man won't know. Siphons of funds. Okay, never mind. You must be at least 50% of the way towards funding a project at Titania to do this. If you have completed Titania, you must assist the Midnight Rose another way. Okay, well I only have one chart, but now is probably the time, so take my chart. You and the Aperist spend a coffee-fueled night combing your chart, plotting new, hidden routes for their couriers to use. The way will be dangerous. You will have had to favor circuitous, little-used paths plagued by the candle wind, but a dreadnought would never be able to traverse them. The ethereal Aperist is pleased. The gloomy middleman probably won't be, but he might be slightly less miserable. You'd better deliver the good news to him. Oh, is that it? Okay. Interesting. What is the font? A veiled pavilion rests in the curve of one of Titania's great petals. Here the melancholy poet gathers stories from skyfarers. She then arranges to pass them on to any artist or writer willing to pay for the inspiration to spur their brush or steer their pen. Okay, so we donate stuff. Wonderful. Can we attend an art exhibition? Titania's large petal hums with activity. The melancholy poet, the rhapsodic mayor, the stone-faced sculptor have brought their best students together to showcase their work. They stand at a respectful distance, glaring at each other. Okay, rickety wooden stage to showcase the students' latest work. I remember going to an art show years ago. It was very strange. It was like a big white wall hall thing. There's a glass, you know, this modern thing, and there was just paintings on the wall, and I was like, okay, I can get these, but they didn't resonate with my personal taste. So I was literally just standing there going, this is weird. Plus, it was like basically empty. There was no one there, which I felt horrible for the people who'd put all their time into these art pieces and things, and just no one was there. I was like, oh, well, I better hang around a little bit. Otherwise, I kind of feel a little bit bad. But anyway, you spend several pleasant hours surrounded by art, much of it painted with pigments sourced from the Reach's unique flora and inspired by the lingering threat of cloister bees. Once the visitors have moved away, however, they immediately launch into lengthy diatribes on the many ways they could have done better. My terrace fallen, wonderful. Write a port report while we're here. There's Titania, a question with no easy answer. To the poets, a place of inspiration. To the stoneworkers, an untouched slab. To the playwrights, a blank page. A place of tranquility, of creation. And the interviewee pauses, suddenly, looking worried. You hear buzzing? Apologies. Must get inside. You can't see or hear anything, however, and must assume it's just a force of habit. Well, it looks like our next mission is to go back to Albion to deliver the good news to our beloved patron of the smuggling arts. But we will do that in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Tell me what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. And as always, I'll see you next time.